What's up, ladies and gents? I'm your host, CenterStrain01, and welcome to my hands-on impressions of Skull and Bones, which was definitely one of my favorite games of E3 2017. I had no idea they were going to be making this. If you're a fan of naval combat, specifically the naval combat found in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which a lot of people say is the ultimate pirate feeling kind of game, right? Well, it is finally here. They have been working on this for so long now, probably since that game, and finally we get to actually see it, and it is glorious. So I got to spend about an hour playing the game. I'm just using this footage for the trailer. Obviously I don't have any footage of my own because we weren't able to record any, but if you've played Assassin's Creed Black Flag, the naval combat, then you know what you're getting into, except this is more centered, it's more open, there's a lot more you can do, there's customization involved, it's really cool. So, from what I got to play, there are three different types of classes that you can go into. You've got your brawler kind of class where you can get in really close with ships and take them out a lot easier, but you have to get in close, and obviously you're more vulnerable to damage when you're that close. There's also the kind of sniper class where you stay far away and you have a little bit more range on your weapons, which is pretty much the class that I used a lot in my playthrough. However, the purpose of this game is when you're going in is to, when you take down ships or you board ships, is to steal their loot. Ahar, we're pirates. Ahar. So you got to steal the loot and you got to escape when you can. So that's the best part of this. So if, for me as a sniper, my objective is to stay in the back, is to weaken ships as much as possible, and to get the other teammates that I'm working with 5v5 to go in and take the money once the ships are destroyed. And then at the end of every game, you need to escape. It doesn't matter pretty much how good you've been or whatever. If you die, you lose all that loot, another ship can take it, and then they can try to escape. So at the end, if you just died when you're trying to escape and then you come back and you still can escape again, your objective at that point is to make sure the other enemy team doesn't escape with your gold and your plunder, right? So it's so cool. So if, like I said, the gameplay is almost the same as, obviously there's a lot of improvements, but it's very similar to Black Flag. You've got all different kinds of attacks. Each class has different kinds of attacks as well, different strengths. They can go faster, some ships go slower, maneuver differently. It's so cool. Boarding process is a simple process. As soon as a ship gets down, like say you've got starboard and port sides, as soon as you get their specific side down, you go up to that ship and you try to board them. And it's pretty quick, and you get a little bit more plunder and loot that way. I had so much fun playing this that I had one session and then I immediately went and said, hey, can I do another session? And of course they obliged. It was just so much fun. It really made you feel like a pirate. We don't know anything about single player story. I don't know anything about that. All we got to do was play some multiplayer gameplay, and I had a blast. It was really fun. I got first place on the matches that I did. Even being the stealthier person like myself and being the sniper, I was still able to snipe people from afar and still able to get loot. And I think I left, each match with like around 2,000 gold. So it was really cool, and it becomes this challenge of trying to escape. Once the other ships come in, the main ships come in, and it's time to escape with everything that you have. It is a madhouse to get there. You got to follow the wind. It's specific. You got to keep it in the blue, all sails in the blue. There's a lot of strategic value into each and every class that you're going to do. You don't just rush in or you're going to die. Don't try to take on 4 ships at once. That's not the purpose of this. There's also other ships that are outside of the player control that you can loot. So again, this is the point where you're just trying to escape as much as possible so you can get out of there with the loot. And of course, at the end of the game, the team with the most loot is the winner. But of course, that doesn't matter if you don't escape. Obviously, if you do not escape, you do not get the loot that you had. You might have like 3,000 gold that you plundered. But if you don't escape,
You will not get a damn thing.
It just makes you feel like a pirate. We were all talking like pirates in this. It was so great. So I had a blast playing it, and that's just kind of my impressions of the game, my little bit of a hands-on. Again, I wish I had some actual gameplay to show you guys, but this gives you kind of a good summary of what you see on screen. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'm excited for more Skull and Bones.
Peace out. Arr.